The thing about team houses, though, that it also allows you to have the sort of level of camaraderie, as you were saying, that you don't often get an opportunity to experience as a regular online team. And I do think that having the ability to teach people how to live with other people is like super super important, because that's a level of respect that you have to teach yourself. Because when you're at home, and I'm guilty of this, right? I'm culturally, Mexican moms take care of their kids, do laundry and all this and that. When you're living by yourself, you don't give a shit about any of that. But when you start to realize that other people live there, then you start to say, okay, well, I have to be respectful to other people that live here, so I'm going to pick up my fucking trash and not get charged $250. But it does help in that. The other thing that I think a lot of people missed out on was the opportunity to live there and create content out of there, not just practice, but actually create content that was going to help their channels grow to something that, because it does help, obviously, right? To have big personalities on your YouTube channel as part of your video every single day, that fucking helps. That was the other reason why I think that we had such success, because it didn't take, it was easy for Nature to collab with Big Timer. It was easy for Embos to collab with Seth, and so on and so forth. And I think having that mentality and going to a team house, to not think of it as a training facility as much as an opportunity to build a media company for yourself is like a priority number one. So I am gonna miss it. I am gonna miss that, because a lot of shit happens that people want to watch. Everybody wants the house tour, the glamorous house tour. That's going away, and now it's gonna be like, well, this is what my training facility looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as cool as it is, and as thankful as we all are,
loses the realness a bit.
It loses the realness a bit. It loses that startup, like grimy grind that you have to go through. And we romanticize and look at it through rose-colored glasses as much as we want, but it was a beautiful moment.
I mean, there was like rats in the house at one point because all the garbage. So like we definitely look at it through a lens. So
yeah, it was like Flamesword always tells a story how he'll be watching TV downstairs, and they're all blazing up and they're just chilling watching TV, and all of a sudden they see beep 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 beep, beep, little Mickey Mouse come out of the fucking thing, and then I get there and I'm pissed. I'm human. I'm like, you motherfucker! I told you guys, all you have to do on Wednesdays, take out the trash. That's it. Take out the fucking garbage. Like, I cannot, like, and I had to get the maids to come on that day and to take out all the garbage. Otherwise, it was never going to happen. At one point, right? And we live right next to the forest too in Illinois. Like, there's a lot of wild animals out there. Luckily, it wasn't a raccoon infestation, right? Because that would have been tougher. But like, it was, there was a point in that where you couldn't even get to the car because have you ever seen Hoarders?
Yeah.
That's what the garage looked like, but with full of garbage. And I'm just like, I'm throwing all this shit out, and Nate will be like, no, I got my golf clubs in there. I'm like, oh, if you can tell me where, I'll let you keep them. Okay? But no, there was nowhere to be found. Nate had like bags upstairs. He had a family of mice up there. And it wasn't gerbil. I'm like, why don't you just buy them little running wheels while you're fucking at it, right? So you can get some exercise.
It teaches people to grow up. That's what those houses did, and that's what a lot of that was for us, especially. Like, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of that for Ilya and Shotzi living all alone for the first time.
Are they rooming together?
They're not rooming together, but they're nearby. But they're both 18. They've never lived out of their parents' house. Like, there's always going to be that growing up stage.
Yeah.
And I think now it's accelerated because back then we're all living in a house and like. You were like watching us, so you're not our dad, right. Like, so like it's just a bunch of kids, really like 18, 19-year-old kids running around a house and like not taking out the garbage and not cleaning or doing dishes. And I experienced that in the Face house. Like Attach would put his dishes in the sink and he'd be like, what do you mean I did my dishes? And it's like, what do you think, how does the dish get clean, dude? Like, and there's a lot of growing up that happens there, and there's a lot of fun watching that happen and sharing the stories and being a part of it, which is what a lot of the fans aren't going to get now with these kind of like working like office spaces type thing. Like it's going to be more professional content and video shoots and skits and stuff. It's not going to get that real like I'm growing up and you're watching me grow up feeling.
One of the reasons that I like the vlogging aspect and I like to do my podcast like this, I could easily build a fucking stage right back here and have it super professional. And there's a place for that, absolutely. But I'm enamored with the fact that anybody can do what we do. And above anything else, like I want the point of YouTube has always been to me that like we can do it with like nothing. We had a bigger and you were there for this, I'm sure, when we did the AW announcement for Call of Duty. Were you there when we had two teams?
Maybe.
I
Oh,
don't
wait,
even
I
know.
was there. I played AW early at the house, and then I got
Okay.
dropped like in the
So
next
yeah,
month.
okay. So it was
Yeah.
so it was you. So to give you an example, Activision spent $4 million to release or to promote the release of the new game in
It's like a
in
movie or
DreamHack.
something.
No, in
Oh,
DreamHack.
Okay.
Okay, so they paid like $4 million. They flew in fucking pros. They did this, that, and the other, and they spent $4 million. And they got, I think, around 60,000 to 65,000 people that watch, or a little bit more. Out of our house, which we paid, I think Jude said around $2,750 or $3,750, or something around there. $3,700, $300 with a $1,500 computer with a $120 camera. When we announced the new game, or the new esports setting for our game, or I think it was Advanced W with Optic Nation and Optic Gaming.
Yeah.
That got to like 99, I think. We didn't break 100. I was pissed. We didn't break 100. If we would have started an hour later, we would have, because we would have cut the people coming out of school. But that's what I like about it, that anybody at any moment can make magic happen with nothing but a fucking phone. And I think that we're also going to lose that with the amount of money that's coming in, because we are going to have the professional settings. We are going to have that. And that's going to make it, I don't want people to be disillusioned with the fact that they can do it. I don't want them to see the stage and be like, the only way to be successful in the space is if you have a stage like that and a camera that's expensive as fuck. Matt, how much are these cameras? The one that I'm pointing at? $400. That's $800. The only expensive camera is the $5,000 one that I have right there, which is my Sony A7S, which I also vlog in which we also shoot everything with. So that's worth it.
Yeah.
But to throw a podcast, you can go that. There's only two people running this shit, right? Maddie edits, I do the thing, and that's a two-man show, right? The way that Hitch won 2 esports industry awards, or whatever, was because he had a story to tell, and we gave him nothing. I gave him nothing. I literally just gave him a camera, a plane ticket, and a bed. And he just, on his own shit, went out and recorded it. I didn't give him the most expensive. I mean, actually, I did give him the most expensive camera. It was the 5D Mark, whatever. But that, I think, is also going to get lost out there. And I don't want anybody that watches this, do not believe the hype. Okay? You will be able to do something with just a fucking phone. More than ever now. Right? And then work yourself up to buy the cameras that are going to make your quality better. But there isn't that big of a difference in quality if the story's not there to fucking begin with. Like, everybody has something to say.
I think the biggest thing for us when we were doing it, at least, like, we were trailblazers in a way, especially like you guys as Optic. I mean, Matt and you basically taught me how to do content. I mean, the first time I came to the 650 Russell House, me and Matt did a like intro vlog, like right there, and y'all really taught me how to be comfortable in front of a camera and do the whole content thing. But back then we were wondering if it was going to work. Like, we were wondering if this is worth it, if it's sustainable, if this is going to work. Whereas nowadays you have proof it's going to work. So like, if you just do it, save up some money, buy a camera, buy a mic, and just start doing it, then like you have proof of concept that it does work if you find that niche, or you find that, whatever it is, to where you fit in, or you tell a good story, or you film something awesome, or even do a podcast just like regularly. It'll probably grow, and that's something that I've told people all the time. How do I get started? I was like, just start doing it. Like, you just got to start doing it every day. Just start doing it. And hopefully you get to a point, it does require a bit of luck, but I mean, if you have the storytelling or the charisma or the personality, or even just like the motivation and the eagerness to do it, the passion, like, you'll do it. You'll be successful in whatever you do.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, whether you get paid or not, whether it grows or not, you still created something that belongs to you. And it's a creative piece that look, if you ever sat there and like, I think I'd be good at podcasting, you probably are. You already are, because you already think that you're going to be. And if you start your podcast and only 10 people watch it, you still made a podcast. You still created something, and that's your reward. That should be the thing that you're proud of, the fact that you thought about wanting to do something and you went out and did it. That's like part of it. And if you focus on that instead of the monetary gain that now you see, like, it wasn't always like this. Like you said, it's us doing the hard work and going out there and figuring out whether or not it was going to work for you, to get a proof of concept for you. You should just have all the confidence in the world. It may not be for you, but guess what? It fucking might be for you. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way that you don't give yourself a shot.
Yeah.
When the fuck are you gonna be like, nah, I don't believe in myself?
And like, we're entertaining people, but probably not the most entertaining people. I'm
Right.
sure like other people out there, you know, like they might be like, oh, these guys are huge, big personalities and they know how to do it all or whatever. It's like, we didn't always know how to do it all. We didn't always know how to talk correctly or, you know, even make it flow correctly or, you know, all that stuff. And it just comes with practice.
It comes with reps, like
Yep.
like anything else. Do you think?